He's ready. Go.
I'd like to call the order of the park. Call to order the Parks Board meeting for April the 28th. Opening prayer would be my young man here.
All right, everybody please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful and glorious day. We thank you for the life that you've given all of us. God, we ask that you please bless this board and all that are here tonight. Ask that we do your bidding each and every day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ms. Gadsden, can you do the prayer?
Jana? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I like it. All right, before we look into the acceptance of the agenda, I have an item that the powers that be would like to add to the agenda for tonight. I need a motion to amend the Pike as number 1, Perry is number 2. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Just for the record, Mr. Chairman, we're adding HHS Black and Gold Day, item I. That's what we just voted on. Got it.
I was going to say that.
Sure you were.
Not really, no, I forgot.
Now you need a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Motion to Ms. Rather, second Mr. Bennett. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Now we're good. Now we're good. All right. Look over the minutes from last meeting, and if he has any questions asked. If not, I need a motion to approve. Mr. Bennett says first. Mr. Pike said second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Do we have a public comment, sir?
Yes, sir. You do have that list. Yes, sir. There's one on there this month.
Miss, the lady Johnson and Mr. Plummer would like to address the body. Come right ahead.
Good evening.
State your name just for the record.
My name is Jamie Johnson,
Thank you, ma'am.
without the beard.
I'm glad you're here too.
That name has opened a lot of doors for me in the last few years, I got to tell you. So we were here a couple of years ago, and it just happened to be the night of the Covenant shooting. And we were here to ask if you all would allow us to use Saunders Ferry Park for the purpose of bringing this whole town together, to have one big afternoon and have it surrounded by a concert, because music is unifying. And the idea was to be able to get the churches to come together and fund anything that was not going to be donated. And you all unanimously said, yes, we'll allow you to do that. So we set off on task, and then we came back a year later and said, we're almost there. Can we have a little more time, and can we still use it for this purpose? And you all said yes. So it's happening. It's this Saturday, May 3rd. We have Colin Ray. We have William Lee and the Goldens. We have Rachel Hale, who is from American Idol. We have Brinley Brown, who's from The Voice. And we have Billy Gaines, who's a gospel singer. We have seen throughout this 2-year journey, it's just been an incredible journey. If the event never happened, I think Coach Plummer would agree with me that it has been worth the journey. We've had the opportunity not only to deal with schools. We've gone into every school. We've talked to every head football coach. We have talked with every FCA director. They are graciously going to bring out football players to help volunteer for Saturday afternoon. Gates open at noon, and the music starts and will run from 1 to 4. And we have also had incredible support from some businesses in town that have shown us just not only support, but great generosity. And it has just been an incredible journey. We've got all the first responders that are going to be there, the police, the fire department, EMS. And so it was really important for Coach Plummer and I tonight to come back to say thank you, because you all first gave us the opportunity to do this. And you didn't have to do that, and we fully recognize it. So we not only wanted to make sure you all knew that it was happening and that you all got a personal invitation, but we wanted to make sure you got a personal thank you. So thank you very much. And I have flyers here if you guys are interested, just so you have them.
Thank you for coming, man.
I'm a lawyer, so I have to ask, may I approach?
Actually, I'm looking for a person. Can you, never mind.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
May I just hand them to you?
Yeah, we'll pass them down. Thank you very much.
You're already doing it, so, I mean,
Thank you, guys.
you're welcome.
I know a lot of the churches have already announced it.
Well, and that's a good thing, and that may be one thing that I should have mentioned, is the first miracle is that we have 5 churches, 4 different denominations that are working together. And it's just been an incredible journey to be able to sit down with all those churches and make this happen. So again, thank you all very, very much.
Please
ma'am.
come back and let us know how it all works out, sooner rather than later. 'Cause
Absolutely. We're going to have a videographer there, and he's going to put together a highlight video, so I'll make sure that you all have an opportunity to see it. But I definitely will.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you
I know
so
you've
much.
probably already answered this, but is this an ongoing thing, or is it just this year, or what?
We will see what happens after Saturday. We've had that buzz, and that question's been asked a lot. Honestly, our team just wants to get through Saturday and see what happens. So our prayer is that we have a large turnout, and if that happens, I can't see this not happening again. But we shall see. We're trying not to put two
I'm
things
behind
too
you if
out
you do
early.
it,
Yes,
though, okay?
yes, but thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, presentation, Mr. Gilly.
We have Ms. Alsop here to come back. She came before you all to do a AP project in the park a few months ago and wanted to come back and give you the results of her research. So that is her presentation.
State your name, please.
A Alsop,
Okay.
and then I had a slideshow, yes. So, I think it was last September or October, I came before you all and asked permission to set up part of my AP research project in one of the parks near here. And you guys said yes and requested that I come back and share the results with you. So, I gave my official AP research presentation last Monday. So, I decided it was time to come back. So my research was on urbanization, cognition, and crows. So, is there a way to make the slide go forward? Thanks, sorry. So my research question was, how does urbanization affect the cognitive abilities needed to solve a puzzle box in wild populations of American crows in the Hendersonville, Tennessee area? My hypothesis was urbanization will be a detriment for the cognitive abilities needed to solve a puzzle box in wild populations of American crows in the Hendersonville, Tennessee area. I had to condense this a lot, so this is a table I made based off of my findings. I used what is called a 1-0 sampling method in the research world, but I modified it so there was a 2-point option. So what I had jars with a bead glued on the lid, and if the crow used the bead to open the jar, they got 2 points. If they just flipped the lid itself, they got 1 point, and if they didn't do anything, they got 0 points. So on that, I have total points per day, total time per day, and total instances per day in 3 different locations. Population 1 will be the park, the least urbanized place. Population 2 will be in the suburbs, and population 3 was the most urbanized I could get. So I have that table right there. And then that's my graph. So part of a 1-0 sampling method is you average out your points and you average out your minutes so that you don't have a bias towards how much time something's spent. Because with 1-0 sampling method, you only record when the animal is in your view. So as you can see, population 1, which is the park, had the most average points per minute, and population 2 had the middle, and population 3 had the least. So what this shows me and researchers is that urbanization has a negative effect on the cognitive abilities needed to solve a puzzle box, because as they earn fewer points, they are solving the puzzles in a less efficient way or in no way at all. So if you can go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So obviously inverse relationship, and then I also charted out the instances because there was a discussion I had with a research advisor that it could also be said that instances affected my points. But what was interesting was in most of the cases, I saw the most crows in the most urbanized area. And you could think this was an inverse relationship if you didn't track population 2 and how that varied in between being the least or the middlemost or the most itself. So this is also proof that all these crows are different populations, because as well as the last slide, because if they're the same population, they would probably have similar instances and also be able to solve the puzzle box and with the same amount of average points per minute.
Great job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for doing this project in the park.
Indeed, thank you, ma'am. Items for approval, construction hike for Hope, Ms. Mason.
She is on Zoom, I believe, Mr. Chairman.
So good.
There she is, right there.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tricia Mason. I am representing the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And I have requested the use of Sanders Ferry Park, particularly Shelter 8, for our construction hike for Hope on Saturday, May the 24th. Yes, sir. And that use would be, we have been for the last few months collecting money for construction suicide prevention in general, but this is specifically for the construction industry. Our industry has the second highest rate of suicide of all industries in the U.S. So we're just trying to get out there, create awareness and community for the folks in Middle Tennessee specifically. So.
Any questions of this young woman?
Shelter 8's open that day?
Yes, sir. Everything is fine as far as our schedule goes. That's a packed weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. And she originally wanted to have it in the Memorial Park, but that was taken up with a big grass volleyball tournament. It's got like 75 teams. And so we were able to make this work during these hours at Sanders Ferry.
Any more questions? Do I hear a motion to approve this?
I will.
Ms. Rathert, second, Mr. Perry. Questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, ma'am, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be in touch with the details as we get throughout the month of May.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. TUSC Summer Program, Mr. Whalen.
Jonathan Whalen. Good to see you all. We are looking to extend our juniors program and just create a summer opportunity for families. We currently run this in the fall and the spring, and we recognize at that age, it's U6 through U8, U5 through U8, excuse me, that we're looking at, and we recognize they want to play lots of different sports in different seasons, so we're just offering a summer program that's a little less taxing. It's only going to be one day a week during the week, and then Saturday morning. So we're just wanting to add an additional offering of a program that already exists currently.
Just make a motion, we approve it. They do great work.
If it works, yeah.
I have a first by Mr. Perry, a second by Mr. Minnitt. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Done.
Eagle Scout Project, Mr. Martin.
Greenway Project.
You've got Greenway Project.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Greenway Project.
Sorry, bud.
Okay.
Greenway Project, Mr. Graves. I'm sorry, buddy. I screw up all
We'll
the
get you
time.
there. We'll get you there, I promise.
That's just a practice run.
That's right.
You got it.
See, I like you better than him. No,
For now. We'll see what he has to say.
state your name, buddy.
My name is Kyle Graves. I
State
do
your
have
case.
some props here tonight as well, if you would like to hold
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's
Here, I'll
cool.
bring these first.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so like I said, my name's Kyle Graves. I'm representing the YMCA, School Age Services in Sumner County. We have some summer adventure camps coming up this summer with almost 100 kids at each of our 2 sites. And just wanted to highlight some of the Greenway and nature itself and try to just make, the importance of why these kids need to learn, why it's important to be out in nature, the importance of the Greenway system and things like that. So I want to use this as a kind of a tipping point in environmental education as a whole, and just have them kind of understand what's in their backyard. As a matter of fact, I went out there scouting some locations to place these rocks that you are seeing right now, and I saw some snakes. Did not know what they were, but if I had have known, had the proper education, had the park ranger or someone, a professional come out and say that's what that is, I would have been either more afraid or less afraid of it. But, that's just kind of the example of, why it's important to learn what's, outside. So you can go to the next slide. Yep, so these are just some examples of what I'm trying to do, just to have some type of art piece to put on the Greenway. Kids love to draw, color, and do things with their hands and with getting messy, and this is a, constructive way to put some art outside. You see it every day with, monuments and structures and things like that. Why not put outside and put some, pop of color where there's already some color and nature outside? And, all right, so basically we would just use the, as you see, the 2 to 3 inch size rocks, paint them with a picture. There won't be any affiliation of their name, school, or the YMCA on it. It's just purely, what they came up with. So it's pretty simple. And then Greenway users can either take them with them, pick them up, take pictures with them. If they so choose, move them to another location. So maybe someone else wants to see this one day. It might help someone, decide, oh, I like this. Let me take a picture with this, or something like that. So this is one spot I found near the youth baseball fields. That area, I know it's kind of small. It's already kind of enclosed and has rocks in the area where those trees are. And so I just figured it'd be all right to just, already put rocks where rocks exist. There's a lot of foot traffic there already, so it'll have some great viewpoints, a lot of, view time and all that. So that was just the first spot I found that might work better. The second spot is by the Drakes Creek North signage, by the soccer fields in the very, very back, heading on that bridge where it goes around to some water. Where I saw the snake. I have a picture of it too. So that's another spot kind of, where a lot of people may see it and naturally kind of look down and see some painted rocks and things and may want to, stop and take a minute to look at them. So I think that is it. Is there any questions?
About how many kids do you have participating in this? So how many rocks or?
In this project, I'm going to probably put it down to 50. Yep.
And the rocks are painted at the Y, and then you distribute them, or the kids, or?
Yeah, I'm willing to do it, but if there's a different process you all need to do to put them out there, that's fine as well. But I'm willing to, go to the location and drop them off.
My only question, Andy, does he need to check in with anybody when he goes out there to do it? to
No,
let
I
him
think,
know?
I think if you all approve this, and he's free to do what you just said you were gonna do. I appreciate you doing something like this.
Yep.
We don't have a community center, we don't have many summer camps for people, activities outside that can use our park, so for you to do this is important. And any way we can help you promote it or whatever, tag us on social media, we'll do whatever we can do to help you.
I'd like to add one more comment, and then somebody set one by my mailbox one time. It was painted like a jack-o'-lantern, and it just had kind of a little message on the back, and I was really moved by that.
Yep.
That was a great thing, and I think that something like that for somebody to experience that same thing that I did would be great. So I'd like to make a motion that we accept this idea.
Mr. Montoya first,
Second right
Ms.
here.
Hellman second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Not only yes, but heck yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Park in the park. Let's go.
Who has a rock currently? If you want to keep them, that's up to
Jimmy's got 'em
you.
all.
It's a present if you want to keep them.
Now then,
Now
The
get
man.
Eagle Scout.
Here
the
we go.
Eagle Scout, Mr. Martin. Before you say a word, I want to tell you just how proud I am of you, about what you are and what you stand for.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you do. So go ahead and state your name and tell me what you want.
All right. My name's Lamont Martin, and I'm a Boy Scout with Troop 157. For my Eagle Service project, I'm proposing that I build a rainbow bridge as a memorial for any pets anyone might have who have passed away, and as a way to honor them from beyond. So, the purposes and benefits of this project are to honor beloved pets and to enhance the park. The honoring beloved pets part offers a meaningful way to. What's that?
Don't you be a lick nervous now. You're doing fine. You're doing great. Don't worry about it, brother.
All right, thank you. It offers a meaningful way for owners to commemorate their pets and lets owners have a place to hang their leashes while their pets play in the park. It enhances the park by adding a aesthetically pleasing and sentimental feature, and it gets the community involved by engaging local volunteers and donors in a shared project. This project develops my leadership because it will demonstrate planning, coordination, and project management as a part of my Eagle Scout requirement. Some of the details of this project are the location. It'll be alongside the Hendersonville Dog Park. The structure, it's going to be a 16-foot long, 5 feet wide, sturdy wooden bridge with a designated space to hang pet collars. It will also have a leash holder, and the leash holder will be a medium-sized post with hooks on it, positioned near the entrance of the dog park. Some materials needed for the bridge would be pressure-treated wood, concrete, paint, and other building materials, and hooks for the leash holder. Leadership and volunteers. I will organize and lead a team of scouts and community volunteers to construct the bridge and the leash holder. Project execution. An estimated timeline would be planning and approvals, 1 to 2 months. Material acquisition is to be decided. We're probably going to have to go to Lowe's and do some shopping, see what we got to fund for. And construction probably take 4 to 6 weeks, maybe less if I have a lot of people helping me. And the completion and dedication ceremony are to be decided. So, and the budget and funding, the estimated costs will be to be decided after material quotes and resources and stuff. And the funding sources will be community donations, sponsorships, potential contributors from local businesses, and just donators. In conclusion, this project will provide a lasting tribute for pets while fulfilling my Eagle Scout project requirements. I appreciate the Park Board Committee's consideration and look forward to bringing this vision to life. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Not a one. I sure appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
I need a motion to approve. Mr. Pike was first. Mr. Bennett was second. Any more discussion? You did good.
Thank
You
you.
did good. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
Can I ask you, when you get through with the project, would you come back and kind of let us know how it went with some pictures and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
That'd be
you.
great.
Definitely.
And how do you say donations from whom?
From any donators from like maybe local businesses,
And
maybe
how do they
individuals want to
contact
reach
you?
out.
if anybody hearing this or anybody up here wants to donate, just let me know and I'll get you in touch with Mr. Martin here and we'll get you squared away.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yep, thank y'all for your time. Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Abominable snowballs, Miss Reed. I don't even want to know.
It's all good things.
You don't have anything with
You
you,
just
do you?
think that I bring trouble everywhere I go?
No samples?
State your
I
name
did not
and-
bring anything with me.
Oh.
I'm Miranda Reed.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am a local resident of Hendersonville and the co-owner of Abominable Snowballs. We are a New Orleans-style shaved ice company, which I came to speak to y'all. I didn't intend to start crying about a rainbow bridge, but looking forward to seeing that happen. First, before I address the board, I would like to thank Andy and Natalie personally for all of your help with everything that you've done this far for us and getting our business up and running, because boy, has it been a hassle. If you think renovating a food truck is any fun, don't do it. Learn from me. Next time I have an idea, tell me to sit down. Except for this one. This one. We are proposing to have our grand opening at Memorial Park on May 24th during the volleyball tournament that's taking place. Upon speaking to Natalie and Mr. Andy, there is a spot that we would be able to set up in conjunction with them and host our grand opening. We are a veteran-owned and operated company serving New Orleans-style shaved ice, and we would be more than happy to donate 10% of our funds back from that day to the board.
There you go. Questions of this young lady? Anybody, do I have a motion to approve? Mr. Head, Mr. Approved. I think it's in discussion. Mr. Perry was second. Discussion?
Mr. Head
Mr. Head?
raised his hand. Mr. Perry.
Mr. Perry was second. No discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
That's
You done good.
fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
We need more shaved ice all over the place.
Hey, we're at Veterans Park tonight when y'all get done.
All right.
Green Village Recycling Proposal, Ms. Kinney? You don't have snowballs, do you?
She's been waiting patiently.
I did not bring any trash with me either, so.
All right. State your
But-
name and your case.
Kara Kinney. I'm here on behalf of Green Village Recycling, which has been Hendersonville's locally operated recycling service provider since 2010. I actually recently just took the reins in November of 2024, and I've spent the last 5 months really getting to know the team and working with them to evaluate different opportunities for us to increase our presence and thus our impact on the city of Hendersonville. One thing that's become fairly apparent is the absence of public recycling opportunities, which brings me here to this evening where I would love to discuss the opportunity to partner with the parks and offer free recycling at certain sporting events throughout the summer, taking a very hands-on approach to ensure success of these events. Our short-term goal was, of course, to reduce the amount of trash at the parks and divert recyclables from the landfill. Long-term goal would be to increase recycling participation and awareness throughout the city and throughout our population. Tonight, I am here asking for the board's support to offer recycling at select events. In return, Green Village would have the opportunity to interact with thousands of park patrons and residents and potential future customers.
Are there any complications on the parks end, Andy?
No, when I met with Ms. Kinney, I explained to her that I'm fine with trying. This was tried in the parks a long time ago, for those of y'all who've been around for a while. The issue was staffing it and separating it, right? So they're gonna have people hands-on as people are coming to put their trash. All right, we can take that here. We'll take that bottle. We can't take that. So it's not like there's just a bin sitting there that we have to empty. It's gonna be them interacting with people, explaining, okay, this can be recycled, this can't. So I'm totally cool with it. I think it's a great thing. To me, provides good education to the public. And Mr. Head can tell you, we'd go through a lot of Coke bottles that are plastic.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say, is there any certain events, were there any events that you already earmarked, or are you gonna get with the parks staff about that, or?
It's going to be a coordinated event.
Okay.
Participating as a company in other city events, but as far as sporting events at the parks, I would work with whomever to outline what makes the most sense.
Okay. 'Cause we got some.
I think basically it's just gonna be her telling us, or getting with us and saying, can we do, what could we do this weekend or this day?
Okay, I have a first by Ms. Rathert.
I like
second
that.
by
Is
Ms.
that because it's,
Elman?
because at these particular events, there's just more refuge that's going out, and there's more opportunity for recyclables? I love the education part, because
Yes.
people need to be educated on that.
Yeah, and part of our goal in working with the parks, and specifically some of these sporting events, is we know it's targeted toward the youth. So if we can get in early and often and show the importance of recycling and proper recycling practices, hopefully we can slowly start to dispel some of the rumors that exist out there. But ultimately, as Andy was describing, we are planning to take a much more hands-on approach. Contamination is the number one concern with, food waste. It cannot be recycled. So we want to make sure that we're not trying to bite off more than we can chew, and we are taking a very strategic approach to make sure that this program is successful.
Okay, I have a first by Ms. Rathert and a second by Ms. Hellman. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? You done good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
Pet scanners, Mr. Gilly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've had several instances over the past year where we have seen dogs left at the dog park. We've noticed that some other cities around the country have started to put in these pet scanners at their different locations throughout the city. So we're just asking for your approval for us to install one near the dog park at Memorial Park. Maybe the first of a few, maybe just one of one. I don't know, but something that was brought to my attention by a local resident who's an avid, competes in a lot of dog competitions actually across the country. And just something that we thought would be a good addition. We've really tried to make a lot of upgrades to the dog park over the past couple months as we get ready to kind of dedicate it with the new name. Trevor and the guys have really done a good job over there putting down turf in the entryway to keep it from being so muddy. They have built some tunnels over there for the dogs to play in and play on that they built themselves. It probably saved us several $1,000s of buying those. We got new ramps thanks to flood money and some new benches, and we're kind of just sprucing things up over there. So, yeah, here we go.
I think it's a great idea. I'd just like to go on and just make a motion, we approve it.
Mr. Berry was first, Mr. Pike was second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? FY '26 Parks Budget, Mr. Gilly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Part of one of y'all's main functions, as called out in the city charter, is to make recommendations towards the parks budget for the year. You're not voting to spend any money. I say this every year, but you can make recommendations to say you like it, don't like it, wish you'd add this, wish you'd do that. Just to kind of give some highlights from your packet. Our actual parks budget is on proposed parks budget is on page 47, 48 of your packet that shows the operating budget. Within the operating budget, they are proposing at this time to give us one maintenance employee for the new year. So that's more than what we have today, so we'll take what we can get. Most of our other line items have been kept the same. We've made some increases where we need to increase. We had to make a significant increase to part-time line item due to us adding so many gyms for basketball. That caused us to hire 13 or 14 extra part-time people to manage those gyms, which helped us to not have to turn away people from basketball. But as far as projects and things go, the new sales tax fund, that is in the budget to fund the LPRF grant that we just applied for, should we get it. Should we not get that grant, then hopefully we can use those funds for other parks improvements. You know, there's nothing I have to complain about or beg for right this minute. I appreciate everyone working together. This is a unique time in our city where we have just blown up with sales tax revenue for the past few years, and it has started to level off. We have increased population, we have increased facilities, we have increased services. We have done a lot of increasing while trying to keep basically the revenue from property tax and sales tax has kind of been the same the last couple of years. So that's something to keep an eye on as a city, honestly. I think you will see sort of a decrease in the hotel tax revenue potentially over the next couple of years if I had to bet on it. One thing we're seeing with travel sports tournaments is a lot of people going to tournaments that they can drive to and not stay in hotels for. And then I think you'll see a drop in the hotel rates over the coming year also, where they've been able to get away with charging a really high amount because we're so close to Nashville. So just some trends I can see coming. This budget funds some equipment purchases, and like I said, other line items have been kept the same or increased as needed. So would ask that you all make a motion to recommend approval.
Give you a minute to look over that.
I do wish we had room to add more maintenance employees.
I agree with that. The only reason we're getting one maintenance employee is because the codes department is kind of doing a reorganization. They have an opening and they're not hiring a person, so they're shifting that job to the parks department maintenance. You know, we'll handle it, but I will tell you that after opening the Greenway and turning that over to Parks instead of Public Works, and then when we open Heritage Park, we are going to be stretched to capacity.
We're already stretched as we.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All you'll have to do is come to the park this weekend when you see about 10 different things going on in 5 different parks. It's a big puzzle. We meet every Monday morning about who needs to go where.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the budget? Mr. Bennett was first, Mr. Perry was second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Thank you, Mr. Gilly. All right, high school, Hendersonville High School. Are you going to speak to that, Mr. Gilly, or is?
Yes, sir, I will.
Yes, sir, go right ahead.
So item I, yeah, you all received an email from us
Yeah.
earlier today with a map and kind of an explanation. As most of y'all are aware, Hendersonville High School football stadium is being rebuilt, and each year, I'm going to say for 25 years, we've had Black and Gold Day at Hendersonville High School. That started to help pay off the debt on the field house that's built over there now, and it's continued to be a fundraiser each spring for the high school. They came to us a couple weeks ago and asked to have the event in the park, and we tried to figure out where and how we're going to walk 1,000 kids over from the school. And so as that has developed, we have a school-park relationship, which basically allows us to kind of approve events on each other's properties without having to be so formal. But with them having food trucks and requesting to waive the fees of the food trucks, and then the scale of the event really getting bigger than what it originally intended, I thought it needed to come here. So I wanted to get you all to vote on approving this and their request to waive the food truck vendor fees. If you so choose. You don't have to, obviously.
I think we need to do it. Myself,
I do too, yeah. Make a motion.
Ms. Rathert, Ms. Hellman, second. Discussion?
So motion be to approve the event and waive the vendor fees?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Rathert and Ms. Hellman.
And this event is this Thursday, 11 o'clock to 1:30. Friday, Friday. Friday, May the 2nd.
Okay.
It's one of Bubba's favorite days of the year.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Yippee doodle. All right, Recreation, Ms. Hamlin doesn't appear to be here,
I'll be filling in for Ms. Hamlin this evening.
and you can do that quite capably.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Always a pleasure. The special needs egg hunt was a great success. Most of the sessions were close to being full capacity and had a few walk-ups. We were get the last session in, if you remember, right before the rain. It poured down about 5:30, right before they finished. Baseball season has begun. They play on Friday nights at 5:30 and Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, usually on Field 3 or Field 1 at Drakes Creek Park. Kids Club, the summer program that she runs. We have signups have gone underway. We still have a few open spots. It begins June the 9th. Going to go Monday to Thursday through July 17th. Again, it's going to be at Witten, and we thank the school system for letting us use the facility over there. You can register online, and if you've got any questions, you can call and contact the office or Ms. Hamlin. She is also looking for Kids Club's workers, so if you know of anyone looking to have a summer job Monday through Thursday from June the 9th to July 17th, she can contact the office, or they can contact the office for an application. And she also had a good response from the schools about some workers from there. So she'll start setting up interviews probably next week after she gets all those. And on a personal note for Ms. Hamlin, Ms. Hamlin is actually at the hospital right now with her daughter who is having a baby.
Oh.
So Kirby is still going through the process of having the baby. So hopefully by this time tomorrow, she'll have another grandson.
Yippee. All right.
Yes.
Kristen?
That's number 7 grandchild for her.
Wow.
If you're keeping track at home. Okay.
Good job, Ms. Hamlin.
Thank you.
Recreation, Mr. Fugate, I'm assuming he's not down there?
No, and he's not at the hospital having a baby either.
Thank you.
I'll do his report tonight.
You're good.
Adult kickball, softball, and pickleball has started about 6 weeks ago. And I think tonight is the first night of softball's actually getting to play because of all the rain. So we're finally starting their season. Summer T-ball and summer basketball registrations ended this past Friday. We still have a couple spots open in those divisions. So we'll take late registration through this week. And then practices and games for those programs will begin in mid-May. And then also in mid-May, we'll open up registration for our fall baseball league, which is for our 6U through 12U divisions. And that is it for Ori.
Thank you, sir. Special events, we have a new name here that, welcome to Ms. Langster. I'm Mr. Ken, so it's good to see you.
It's nice to meet you.
Do you have a report for us, ma'am?
I do.
And let's
I
have
do.
it for you.
First, I would like to say it's so nice to meet every one of you and join such an awesome team. I am super excited to be a small part of all the great things that this city does. Over the past month, we've had a lot of events in the park. April 11th and 12th was a busy weekend in the park. The beautiful Hendersonville had their plant sale at Memorial Park. Federation Angler hosted a fishing tournament out of Sanders Ferry Park. It ended up being a really good turnout. They had 48 total boats. And this was big because, as you guys know, the construction of the dock was not completed yet. So it was big that our local schools got the chance to fish with their teams. The HHS Invitational was the same weekend, which is the longest high school tennis tournament in the state. So we are glad we got to welcome so many teams for that. Easter weekend wasn't super busy. Hendersonville softball held a JV tournament. First Baptist used Sanders Ferry Park for their Easter egg hunt. This past weekend at Drakes Creek Park, we had the Tennessee United Soccer Tournament of Champions Friday through Sunday, which had over 200 teams. Beach High School softball held a softball tournament, and the HHS JV baseball tournament was held. We have a lot going on here in the next few weeks. Texas Roadhouse is coming out this Wednesday to help clean up Memorial Park and the playground, and they're having a kickball cookout afterwards to show appreciation for the staff who came out to clean. We are happy to have them and are glad they are coming out to help clean up. This upcoming weekend is a really busy one. The SPA Judy Lee Memorial Slow Pitch Tournament starts Thursday. It runs through Sunday. They're bringing 5 different divisions, 50 to 55, all the way through 80 plus. HHS is having their Black and Gold Day, as Andy stated, on Friday at Memorial Park. USTA is having their Adult Fast tournament, or tennis tournament on Friday, and that's running through Sunday. There's a pickleball tournament at the pickleball courts, and as Jamie said earlier, the Hope event is at Sanders Ferry Park this Saturday. A couple of larger events coming up in May will be the Hendersonville Arts Festival is at Sanders Ferry Park next weekend. The Sampson's Dog Park dedication is on the 16th. The Carnival is coming back starting May 22nd, running through the 31st, and the Isaac's Memorial Day concert will be on the 26th. I believe that's all I have for now. And again, it's super nice to meet all of you, and I thank you for your time and the opportunity to work for this wonderful city.
Thank you, Mr. Most of us are pretty easy to get along with. I'm not going to tell you which ones are which. But thank you, ma'am. Maintenance, Mr. Cole.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We've really just started to kick up with our normal operations. You know, we've got back to mowing every day that it's not raining and doing the ball field, so that's really taking up a lot of our time right now. So we're just trying to squeeze in some small projects where we can fit them. We just finished the first phase of the Greenway back in Drakes Creek, pouring concrete. Shannon House did a great job back there, and it was a much-needed improvement. We just got, I think, 10 or 12 benches in, along with another 6 picnic tables. So we're going to start this week on installing all those. So that ought to be a interesting process for us to get all those in the ground in a timely manner. We've started putting up some new gates around like Sanders Ferry Park, and we put one out at Rugby to keep people from driving where they're not supposed to. We've had an uptick in people pulling down on the cross-country track at Sanders, so we're going to try and mitigate that problem and see if that will stop it. And then another small project, we got 2 new basketball goals put up in the back of Drakes Creek. So we finally got the backboards on those, and those are good to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Assistant Director, Mr. Long.
Thank you. As Natalie mentioned, this past weekend, we had the Tennessee United tournament. Thankfully, the weather held off, and we were able to get that tournament in. They had 260 teams in town, which is a record number of teams for Tennessee United in the whole history of that tournament. So that's big news for them, but also for us as a city. Tennessee United will also be completing their spring season here in the next few weeks, and then towards the last couple of weeks of May, they'll have tryouts for next year. So good luck to everyone that will be going through those tryouts. Rec Soccer is still finishing up their season. They have their spring festival this coming Saturday, which was rained out earlier in this season. So if you want to come out for a free day of fun with some bounce houses and food trucks, come on out for that. And then they'll be ending their season here in about 2 weeks with their end-of-season tournament. Rugby will be ending their season next weekend with the state championship hosted at our fields. And then lacrosse has been notified that their middle school and high school boys teams will be hosting the playoffs this coming weekend here at our park. And then lastly, flag football has 1 month remaining of their season. And then that's it.
Thank you, sir. Assistant Director, Mr. Bruce.
Thank you again, Mr. Hessen.
You're quite welcome.
Fast Pitch League is ongoing. Due to some rainouts last week, so they're playing a little extra this week. Same thing with the Senior Men League. All 3 divisions had a little rain last week. They're playing the regular games plus some makeups. So Bubba's going to have to play 3 games in one night, I believe. Possibly for Bubba. Hockey's ongoing, like the other sports. Games usually on Saturdays, some on Mondays and Tuesdays. Middle school baseball, they've got another week or so before their tournament. And the Fast Pitch Middle School finished up last week with their tournament and All-Star game. So they have completed. The Hendersonville High School Baseball District Tournament starts this week, along with the Hendersonville High School Softball District starts this week. We're hosting the softball on Thursday, the playing game with Hendersonville, and then they go to Green Hill. Hopefully the baseball and softball win and come back and host the regions, possibility. The note on Natalie for Mr. Hessen. Miss Natalie is a kickballer and one of the better ones, potential All-American. So you may want to talk to her about getting on your team one day.
Sounds like a challenge for somebody else.
Yeah. And then the SPA starts, she mentioned starts Thursday with the 70 and 80-year-olds. There is 4 or 5 teams, 70-year-olds, and 4 or 5 80-year-old teams. So come on out to the park Thursday and have fun. Thank you.
Do we really have a suspension in kickball this week?
Yes, sir, we do.
It's embarrassing. It wasn't you,
It was not Natalie.
Oh, my God. Director, Mr. Gilly.
Thank you, sir. Update on Mary's Magical Place. We're doing a lot of work over there, renovations from flood repairs. I think it back open tomorrow. It was back open this afternoon, but hopefully we can keep it open more than we keep it closed, but we're getting close to being able to say it's open again full-time. But for anybody out there watching, the 10 of the people that are, check our Facebook page to get the update on that. Boat ramp at Sanders Ferry, we were told today, projected open date of May the 9th. We'll start to, that's been pushed back a time or two, so hopefully today was the last update. Trevor discussed the maintenance guys. We are continuing flood and tornado cleanups, so those are ongoing. The design of the maintenance shop is almost to the finish line where we can put that project out to bid. One note, important note, Dallas talked about flag football. In the coming weeks, there will be signs that get put up on the Durham Farms side of Avant Lane that will say no parking on that side of the road. So if you are a flag person or you know a flag football person, you might want to tell them that that's coming. We want to not park on the house side in people's yards when we're at the flag football fields. That will be important. Welcome to Natalie. Natalie has hit the ground running. Quite the busy time of year to start a job in our department. So every day is kind of like, okay, what can we train her on today? What can we show her today? And then at some point, maybe we'll get all caught up, but it may not be till wintertime. But she's doing a great job, and we're glad to have her with us. Appreciate you all making her feel welcome. We welcome Dallas back today to the office to full-time back, I think, kind of back. We sure have been praying for him and his family. But even in his being out of the office, he has worked tremendously to keep things going during one of his busiest times of the year with soccer and football. So his work has been outstanding, as has Keith and Trevor, who have been here trying to help me piece all the glue together with everybody in and out of the office until we hired a new person. So I thank these folks in particular for what they do. Natalie mentioned the Isaac's concert Memorial Day. That's a huge deal for our park and our city with visitors coming from all over the country. That kind of coincides this year with the last day of the carnival, which will be kind of interesting. The Freedom Festival, July 3rd, the Chamber of Commerce is seeking volunteers to work the different aspects of that event through the Chamber. Don't call me to volunteer, call the Chamber of Commerce. You can call their new president and CEO, Barry Young, that starts next week, I think. So we'll be glad to work with Barry. Had a great relationship with him when he was the tourism director, and I know he'll do a good job with the chamber also. And then the Hope event this weekend, that's a tremendous undertaking to get all those different churches and denominations to come together for what I think it will be the first time in our city's history to do one event together. It's very unique and something we probably need more of. So I appreciate Jamie and Coach Plummer doing that. Thank you all for what you do. That's it. Oh, I do have one more thing. Sorry. This semester we've had with us Griffin Johnson, who's in the audience over there back in the corner hiding. Griffin is wrapping up his college career with an internship with us that he's got a project that he will present. I think next month we'll probably get him to present that at our Parks Board meeting. It's kind of like a capstone project. It was 50-something pages, so we're gonna help him narrow that down and not be here till 9 o'clock that night when he presents it. Griffin's done a great job. He's learned a lot. He's worked in our office. He's helped do some things with our events. He was the Easter Bunny at the egg hunt, and he's going to work this summer with Miss Hamlin, working her camp also. And we're glad to have Griffin. Do you have your speech ready, or no? Oh, okay. Next month you can have a speech ready.
I have a question.
Yes. Mr. Gilley.
Director Gilley, do we have any update on the grant that we applied for, when we would hear back on that?
Probably won't be till August.
August.
That's about the timeline we heard this past year and the previous years.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Round table, Ms. Ted.
Well, welcome, Natalie. I look forward to working with you during this busy summer with all the tournaments. And I assume the carnival's going to be in the same place.
The carnival will be at Veterans Park. It will take up a little bit more of that parking lot down there since we put pickleball courts in, but it will be at Veterans Park, and it's timed out field-wise where there's not a whole lot of fields other than just kind of regular league activities. It'll be pretty crowded over there at Vets for 10 days.
Mr. Montoya.
Again, welcome, Natalie. And also just like to tip my hat to Superintendent Trevor Cole and his people. I mean, you guys are hammered. I'm sure you are. We've all dealt with the rain, and my hat's off to you guys. I wish you could have more men to work with you, and women. I mean, y'all, it would help.
Mr. Pike.
I just want to welcome Natalie to the team. Great addition. I think she will fill the shoes, some big shoes that left not too long ago. And want to go ahead and just say on the front end, y'all do a great job, and I know this next week's going to be murder. But you know, it's a great, pardon the word, but it's a great thing, and maybe sometimes a curse being Hendersonville, but it's a great time, and it's a great city. So thank you for everything you do.
Mr. Perry.
Welcome, Natalie. I'm Big Bubba. Look forward to working with you. It's going to be awesome.
Ms. Elman.
Yes, welcome, Natalie. And we are having a kickball tournament, or a kickball game, the Jack Anderson teachers against the Station Camp teachers. I'd love for you to be on the Jack Anderson team.
You'd be a ringer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On behalf of the Station Camp people, I hope you're on their team instead, okay? No, welcome. We're glad to have you, and good luck, boys, in May. Appreciate what you do.
Ms. Rutherford.
Yeah, welcome, Natalie. Appreciate everything that all of y'all do. You've run a great job running the department.
Ms. Gordon. I just want to tell you that I played professional kickball in Europe for 10 years.
In Europe?
Yeah, in Europe. I played under another name. I had a mask, and so I don't challenge.
We're looking for a coach for the Jack Anderson.
Well, I don't have my mask anymore, so I need a motion to adjourn. Mr. Perry said yes, and Mr. Pike said second, and all said aye. We're out of here.